Hello everyone, TheOtherJared here! Continuing on with Outbreak Undead Zombieland, or Zombie Nation.
Hi, Jared!
Well, I was really excited about saying we had a full house tonight, but we do not, because Alex canceled, and Miss Christy Love, played by Steph, has to leave at 10, so she'll be leaving in an hour. So we're gonna
killing
have
your
kind of
character
a
off.
we're gonna have kind of a confumbled session, but it's gonna be great. So we're gonna have a blast. So with that, let's go ahead with the session introduction. You all die. All right. So it's been a great game. No. Well, first of all, for anybody who wants to follow along on Google Earth, I highly recommend it. The address is 568 Reserve Street, High Springs, Arkansas. I will copy that and paste that. Huh?
Just Skype it.
I'm pasting it in the Roll20.
Is Arkansas a country?
It is now.
Nice.
Also, I want to give a shout out to Alex Hullman. I think I pronounced that right. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. For the character sheet that we are completely copying off of for the Excel, and for all of his help and advice. Thank you, buddy. And with that, let's get started. So, when we last left off, the group had just driven away from a very strange sight, unlike anything you have seen thus far. A large, shadowy figure that chucked ahead at your windshield. What's that?
A sight you've never seen before, unless you live in New Jersey.
Yes. Well, you guys, I don't think any of you guys are from New Jersey, so it's irrelevant. So a large, shadowy.
Shit.
Go ahead.
Sorry, so go ahead.
No,
I was
no,
going to say my
by all
character
means.
is from Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
On the border of Arkansas and Kansas.
I don't think
Which
we're
I'm
in
pretty sure
Arkansas
aren't even
anymore.
touching.
So anyways,
Whatever.
so what you saw was a large shadowy figure that chucked ahead at your windshield as you drove away, and then the blood from the head seemed to move as if it had a mind of its own. You didn't stick around to find out and headed west as you see an explosion to the north, roughly the same distance you would guess as your former base. Now what? You decide not to check on the base and keep driving until you run into a large gate. You go west, and you keep driving until you run into a large gate with several gang members who immediately point guns at you. One of them starts walking towards the truck and shouts, "Where are you guys going in such a hurry? This here's the end of the road. No one wants to get hurt." Hey, I ain't done talking yet. If no one wants to get hurt, I'm going to need you to go ahead and turn off the vehicle and step on out slowly. What would you guys like to do? Let me get you guys a map up before you make any decisions.
Who's behind the wheel?
That's a good question.
Right.
I think Plasma's
I'm pretty
was.
sure it's
Or
Plasmas. What does this guy look like? Is he heavily armed? Does he have a lot of friends? I mean, what am I dealing with
They
here?
all look heavily armed. So what you see is you see a guy, there's like this built-up base wall, and there's two people on the wall with like automatic weapons, and then there's three people in front of you, and then there's three, and out of the three, one of them is talking to you. And
What
they
is
also
this,
have
Walking
like
Dead?
rifles. So here's what you're looking at. Oh, I just moved it.
My Google Maps is making everything look like it's painted.
Well, just get on Roll20, because it's all on Roll20 right here. So you guys are right here. As far as Google Maps is concerned, this is your vehicle. This is what you're
giant
looking at,
gate.
except for there's this gate right here. There's two gates. There's this one right here that rolls like this, and then there's one behind it that looks kind of like this, but has the plastic behind it like this one.
And you said there's like, what, 7 of them?
There are 5 of them. Well, that you see.
5.
There's 2 on the walls, like upper walls. Like if you look right here, there's this like structure here. Well, actually, it's better if you look here. You can actually, it's a walkway they can walk on. It's 2 layers, and they've built it up so they can walk along it. So there's 2 guys walking on either side of the gate, having their guns pointed at you, which look like automatic weapons. And then there's 3 on the ground level with you who are asking you to turn off your vehicle and get out of the car.
Hey, can I have a cigarette?
And here's a bigger map, too, down here, if you guys want to see the overall, how big this place is.
Okay,
Pretty
we
big.
could ask for a cigarette.
But anyway, so you're going to ask for a cigarette.
Yeah, just when they have a cigarette.
So the window rolls down. Zzz, you got a cigarette? And the guy's like, what the hell's wrong with you? And he runs up and he points the gun right into your window. And he's like, I said, get out of the car. And if you wouldn't mind kindly turning off the ignition.
Listen, asshole, I'm not even sitting in the driver's seat, so I couldn't turn off the car if I wanted to. And all I wanted was a cigarette. You don't have to be a fucking cunt about it. And as I say that, I start getting out of the car.
Okay. He looks confused.
I love this character. Oh,
If he looks at me after he says that, I'm like,
Well, he's pointing a gun at you because you're the one driving.
yeah. If he's looking at me at the same time, I'm going to be like, I know what you mean. I've been in this car with him for like 3 hours.
Well, today's your lucky day, buddy. Why don't you go ahead and turn
I
off
know
that
what you're
ignition,
going
step
to
on out.
say. You can skip it.
All right, my character is getting out, by the way. Like, he's probably outside of the car now.
Why?
Okay. Get out. And one of the other guys comes over to you and starts patting you down.
If
What do you
go
have on your
between my
person?
legs and you feel something big, I promise that's not my gun.
Yeah, so he's gonna.
It's
gonna,
a bottle of Jack Daniels.
He's gonna feel you out. Let's see how well he does. Do you have any weapons that you're trying to conceal from like pat downs and stuff?
Got a boot knife or something?
Yeah, I was gonna say
You only have 2 weapons, so one of
the
those.
machete is pretty probably.
Yeah,
on
they're
his
gonna
hip.
find that unless you've got like a really deep colon.
No,
I don't
I
think
would say
they're
the
gonna-
Desert Eagle is probably in his front waistband where his penis would be, but he also has a big fat belly, so maybe that's folded over top of the Desert Eagle to kind of conceal that.
Roll me a stealth with a plus or no a minus 10, a minus 15 to your target number, because that's the
Okay.
That's just
That's the most.
Now, how would I do that? as a
so
newbie?
you roll the basic attack roll. It's going to ask for your target number, and then it's going to ask for a bonus. The bonus is going to be negative 15.
So the target number.
Is whatever your target number is.
Shit, I gotta open up my thing. Okay, you said stealth.
Yes.
Where is stealth? Stealth.
Oh.
Sneak? Is that it?
Yeah, sneak. Same thing. Sorry.
Oh shit. Okay.
Or actually, no. I'm sorry. Hide. Hide is the one you want.
Son of a bitch,
So
Jared.
I'm getting
Okay.
used. This is a new character sheet to me, so just bear
right.
with me.
And you said it's a minus fucking 15?
Yep.
He's
Yeah.
a fine
So
thing.
so you're gonna roll whatever is in the orange column for your target number, and then when it's gonna ask you what your bonuses are, you're gonna put a negative 15.
Boy, unless
Okay,
you
so I
roll a
type
1.
in the target number and click submit.
And
right?
then hit OK. Yeah. Then it's gonna ask you bonuses.
Bonus.
And then you're gonna
I
put
got it.
negative 15.
Am I pain or panicked? No.
No.
And I actually have a panic resist. Whatever.
You're a
Yeah.
pain in my
Hey.
ass.
It's the Vita
Okay.
kind of.
So you beat him. So it's really tucked up in your jelly roll, and he doesn't find it.
I
Actually,
hid it in my
may even be
fupa.
surprising to you that he doesn't find it, but he doesn't. He takes the machete. He's like, "Oh, this guy's got his machete." This guy doesn't seem like he's the top of his class, if you get what I'm saying. And so, what about the rest of you guys?
I lean into Steph, and I said, and I whisper, "Stupid idiot didn't check my fat upper pussy area."
Okay, I'm gonna
Oh
go
my
ahead
God.
and roll for a perception to hear that. No, I'm just kidding. No. All right. What are the rest of you guys in the cars doing as he's being
I'm
searched?
I am watching and waiting to see what happens. I'm not making move. I'm staying inside the car where it's safe.
Okay, they search him, take the machete out, and they hand it to, and they throw it up to one of the guys up on the wall.
as they do that, I'm like, hey, am I ever gonna get that back?
It's like, that's up to the boss.
Okay.
Like, the rest of you guys, turn off the car and get out of the car. What are you not understanding?
It's
Guy's
just
starting to get a little aggressive now as he's pointing the gun like inches away from your face, Plasmus. This gun looks like it could destroy your face really quickly.
It's just that the machete has sentimental value. It's still got my wife's blood on it.
Shut up!
So I want to kind of...
Hey, shut up!
I look the guy right in the eye. At this rate, if you blew my head off, it would be a gift.
Oh, we got a guy over here with a death wish. Oh, man. Oh, man, you must be a huge nuisance, man. Oh, man. Hey, get out of the car and turn on the car.
Can I get someone who speaks proper English?
All right, all right. He's not fooling around.
Hey, okay, so Christy pipes up and she's like,
stopped caring.
"Hey, how about we do a trade? I'm a medic. You probably have some injured in there, right? How about I?"
Clearly you don't know the size of this place. We got plenty of medics.
But are they good?
Oh, but you got that sweet ass. I'm just kidding. He doesn't.
Hey,
we're not gonna go there yet.
Too.
It's the second session. That's like 5th session shit. So
what?
No, he's like, how about? So you got an education, so you're pretty good at listening to orders, right? So if the order was like, get out of the car, you could comprehend such an order, right? Because that is the order that has been given to you, and you guys do not seem to be comprehending. You do understand that there are 5 guns pointing at you, and you will die if you do not listen to this.
Hey guys, I don't want to give the
Jared,
wrong
was that
impression
you talking, or someone who can actually speak English?
That was one of the other 5 guys who can speak better than the other guy talking to you.
Hey guys, I don't want to give the wrong impression that I care about you at all, but if you don't want to get your fucking heads blown off, you might want to get out of the goddamn car.
No. This is my reaction to the guy who actually understands how to talk. I'm like, okay, I'll get out for you.
Very well. This guy's shaking his head. And
I offer a drink of alcohol to the guy that's next to me.
Not shaking his head, he's not his head, but... Alright, he's like, how did I not find that? Snags it away from you.
Hey, what the hell, asshole? I was sharing.
Drinks it.
Dick.
So, do you turn off the car, or do you just get out of the car? Plasmus.
Well, I assume the guy told me to turn off the car.
He did tell you, like, several times. Like, at least 5 times.
Set the car to self-destruct.
What'd you say?
I said, give me back my alcohol, you fucker.
So this guy that takes it from you chugs it till chugs your, like, I assume it's like a flask. Chugs it till it's empty and then throws it at you, like throws it at your chest and bounces off your chest.
Didn't your mother?
And within that one moment,
woo! Man, that's some good shit.
As from the sky falls a 9-foot tall giant.
No. Bad Plasmus.
Plinkett reaches down and picks it up off the ground and kind of brushes some dirt that got in the lip of it on it off, and he's like, "Didn't your mother teach you any fucking manners?" And then he just kind of cleans it off and stuffs it back in his shirt.
Well, that's pretty
Jared,
tough talk for somebody who's got some guns. What? Sorry.
Where do you roll to avoid bullets?
You roll your Neo stat.
Well, they're not shooting at you. We'll get to that when they start shooting at you, which is probably going to be soon if you guys keep this up.
I just like to roll my Gestalt dice for it now.
Yeah, you can make up a skill. I don't think bullet dodge is appropriate skill. Maybe.
All right, I'm gonna roll 6 Gestalt dice.
Dodge would be the skill.
Have us roll.
Huh?
If we had to, what would you have us roll?
Well, it's combat is kind of different. So you guys, like, if you're attacking and they're attacking, it's one thing. But if they're attacking and you're not attacking, then it's another thing. So It just depends on what happens. So there is no like dodge skill. Like if you're shooting, they're rolling at a target number and you're rolling at a target number, and then success is determined. We'll get to that when it comes to it. I don't want to. Why do you ask? Are you trying to do something?
No, I just have a feeling by the end of this confrontation, bullets will be fired.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now. If they start firing, you're not gonna need to roll because you're gonna be dead.
Okay, listen, guys. I've been pretty agreeable up to this point. I've offered you alcohol. I'm out of the car. You have my really important machete. I've been just fine. So if these
all right,
assholes,
move along. You see the gate open.
If these assholes start anything, just I'm not with them. Okay?
They interrupt you and they
kill them.
Okay, good.
Shoot them in the fucking faces, but just leave me out of it. Okay.
All right, well, in the middle of all of that, they interrupt you and like, all right, move along, and they like push you. The gate opens and they push you through the gate. So now the gate's open.
Yes, it worked.
So, Platypus, you're getting out of the car. What is the medic doing?
I'm out of the car.
Yes. What is Christy doing?
Oh, she's getting out of the car too.
Okay. And the car's off. He'll take the key from you. If you do not turn off the car, he'll turn it off and take the keys.
Wait, I have a question. Jared, you have a character, right?
I do. Jared is just kind of going with the flow right now.
Is he out of the car? Did he?
Yeah, he'll get out. He'll get out when everybody else gets out.
Okay.
He raises his hands.
I pick Jared up by the collar. Have a personality.
Exist.
It's like, you guys are fucking crazy. You guys are just. You guys are looking death in the face and laughing at it. This is some fucked up shit, man.
When I'm through the
trust
gate,
me. This is not death in the face. We're running from death in the face.
when I get to the gate, I look at the nearest guard. I'm like, seriously, do you guys have a cigarette I can bum off you or something?
So when
They're in the back of the car.
So when you say we're running from looking at death in the face, one of the guards actually hears that and gives you a strange look.
Yeah.
Notice you heard that and seems to have taken interest in the conversation you were having.
Oh shit!
But then
we're
the
gonna get some
conversation
Halo up on this
ends,
motherfucker.
So you guys are out of the car. The one guy he'll like, hey you, get over here, and then he'll summon one of the guys. They're not important enough to give names. And he gets in the car and he'll drive the car off. And they'll pat you. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Before that, they'll pat you down and take off any weapons you're not hiding. You guys can roll hide checks for weapons that make sense to be hidden. If you can't hide a rocket launcher, okay, for example. So if you have a weapon on you that makes sense to be hidden, like a knife, you can roll hide. Otherwise, all of your weapons are going to be found.
I actually want to add some Gestalt dice to my Jill Valentine skill, which allows me to hide an entire shotgun up my ass.
Yeah.
She does that. Look at her when she has her handgun. Where's the shotgun, Jill?
Valentine.
Where'd you put the shotgun?
Can I hide my small 9mm handgun?
Yes.
Or is
that definitely would warrant a hide check.
Okay.
You don't have the fat gut rolls that he has, but
that's why I asked.
You're still taking the -15 though, because they are patting you down and they've done. This isn't their first rodeo. They know what they're doing, so you have a disadvantage to hiding it.
Unbutton one of your buttons on your shirt. It'll distract them.
What do I roll to?
So roll hide. Oh, it's the basic / attack roll. That's what you're going to be rolling 90% of the time.
Basic attack roll. I'm trying to.
It's the first one, first macro down there.
Yeah, did you set up your macros?
I should. I had it set up from last time.
Okay, click the thing next.
Oh,
to the
I
cog.
see. It's at the bottom. Basic attack roll. Got it.
Yeah.
All right, and target number.
The target number is whatever your hide. The orange column in your hide is for on your character sheet.
And then submit that, and then minus.
Submit that, and then it's going to say bonus. You're going to put -15.
I had it, Jared. Why'd you have to take that away from me?
Sorry, I'm the GM. I'm just used to being the one to explain the rules. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Just kidding.
Negative 3. Okay, so
damn, you failed.
He finds your gun like immediately.
He just immediately
he's
grabs
like,
your
oh,
pig.
he knows you were trying to hide it. So he's like, "Oh, trying to hide this gun. I'll take that," and sticks it in his like right in front of his crotch, like it's probably touching his dick right now.
I haven't washed it in like 3 days.
He doesn't care.
That makes it hotter.
Jared, roll for accidental gunfire.
No.
Please,
Punch
just
it.
give me this.
Punch the gun.
The safety's off.
If you want to use that doesn't,
I want
he's
to
not
use a
stupid.
hero point.
Well, he's stupid. He's not that stupid.
Is there such thing as action points or anything? Jared?
Huh?
Jared, your
Is
team's
there such thing as like action points or anything?
I was gonna say you could use an action point for that to happen, but it just doesn't. It doesn't.
I
want to
use my action for that to happen.
Jared's like,
Fine.
oh my god.
Fine. Don't ever say I'm not a generous GM.
Jared, you are a
Still
generous
in the
GM.
Deduct your effing action point.
Yeah. Wait, where do I have that listed?
He rolled
We only have
4.
one.
That's like borderline critical success. Anyways,
So wait.
no,
did
you
it
know
go
what?
off?
I'll roll it on the game just so you don't think I'm cheating, even though I'm not.
Jared's a cheater.
Cheater, pumpkin eater.
I don't get it. So
23. Yeah, he's good.
So
shit.
it didn't go off?
I mean, it doesn't take a rocket science to shove a gun down your pants without blowing off your dick.
Well, he's an idiot, and I used an action point.
Yeah, the action point was just to make the
wanted
the roll
to see his dick
because he
get
shouldn't even
blown
have
off.
to make the damn roll. Okay, so he shoves the gun
wanted
in,
an
and his
action
hand is like curiously close to the trigger, but he's like, "Oh, my hand's close to the trigger, and I've done this 1,000,000 times, so maybe I shouldn't touch it." And he doesn't touch it.
You just hear Plinkett from the background, just like, the scriptwriter's an asshole. It would have been way funnier if that went off.
It would have. I gave you the opportunity. All right, so
The odds were stacked against me.
yeah, they were. So he pretty much gets all your weapons, Steph. Gets all your weapons except for your gut roll gun. Mr. What's your face?
Plinkett.
Plinkett. Yeah. You might
It's
wanna
not
put your-
hard, idiot.
Might
Just
want to put
remember
your character
Plinkett.
name on the thing because I'll keep calling you Grunting because I always look down there. But anyways, and then Dane, what are you doing? So are you trying to hide anything?
Nah, all I have would be too big to hide secretly, so I'm just gonna assume my shit was in the back of the car.
Okay. And then they take all of Jared's weapons. I think it's like a golf club, I think is what he had. They kind of hard to hide that. So so they take all your weapons, throw them up to the people on the gates, and or put them in their pants, and they take your car and drive off. And the gate opens, and you guys are put through. So, Mr. fucking Plinkett, you are first one through the gate as you're shoved through, and you see this huge ass community. I mean, like you can just see the map here. It's huge. This entire city is just gated in.
Okay.
And you're down the main road here, right here. And he's like, hold up till the rest get through. And as you're going through, you see a bustling community. You see people who are actually like farming things, who are walking around and socializing. It actually looks quite peaceful.
So this whole thing is pretty much like that one Walking Dead group where they're protecting the old people at the hospital.
No, wait, this is actually a better reference would be the Governor, like when they first go in there, that city, like how it's like, it looks like a normal running city, but way bigger.
So where are we going?
It's like, they're going to talk to the boss, that's where you're going. He'll decide what happens to you next. If you're
Where's
lucky.
he at?
If you're lucky, you might just come out of this alive.
I mean, I would hope so. We didn't do anything wrong. You have our stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
the fuck did I do?
that's right.
Do you have a death wish?
Just asking a question.
So the rest of you guys are shoved through the gate, and the gate shuts behind you, and you guys see what I described. And you are pushed along. and it's quite a hike. So if you guys want to pull some dumb shit on your hike, you're more than welcome to do that. You've got about like 15-minute walk.
I'm just gonna walk.
Okay.
I'm talking to the guy who currently has, I guess, what is a gun shoved into my spine. Do you have any earplugs?
It says, oh man, not a big fan of your friend there, I see.
Is he talking about me?
He's been like this for 4 hours.
Coming from the guy that refused to get out of the fucking car, you idiot.
Wow.
Shut up.
Just
Dear
saying.
God.
They laugh at each other like, oh, well, we got ourselves a pair of little comedians here. Woo! These guys are gonna kill each other.
Can I? I mean, maybe.
Everybody give me spot checks.
Oh man, I gotta keep referencing my thing.
Yeah, unfortunately. Outbreak. I don't know how to make character sheets on Roll20.
Okay, so spot check, would that be in basic attack roll, or?
Yeah, it's it's a basic skill. Yeah, and it's it's gonna be basic attack roll.
And bonus is 0?
Or grapple opposed, and I'll tell you when it's gonna be grapple opposed. So if I don't tell you grapple opposed, it's always basic attack roll.
Okay.
And is it bonus is 0?
Yeah, bonus 0.
Nail it. Wait, hold on. Nail it. Yes.
Holy critical
damn!
success.
I can spot some shit. Guys, I think I see a strip club.
So Dane and Christy, you guys are kind of like socializing with the guards or whatever, and you're just kind of being moved along, and you're not really paying attention to things.
More likely, I'm in a state of I don't care.
Yeah, or maybe it's just because Mr. Plinkett is a little bit ahead. He saw this before you guys.
I'm also trained.
You see, when you see the group, like as you're going down this road, you see that the people notice the guys that you're with, the guards or whatever, and they seem to they kind of bow and then get out of the way. They either take cover, or they like go inside, or they just get out of the way.
Mr. Plinkett is so fucking vain. He thought that they were bowing to him, so he bows himself.
Okay. Guy's like, what the fuck you doing? Get up, you piece of shit.
They were bowing to me, so I was returning the sentiment.
Man, you ain't earned no route to get bowed to.
Why the fuck did they bow when I walked by them?
They're bound to us, piece of shit.
Oh.
Jared, I'm going to be really honest. If this keeps going on, eventually I'm just going to be like, shoot me now!
Mr. Plinkett actually gets noticeably depressed when he finds out they weren't bowing to him. Like, he's just kind of like moping. His head's just kind of... Can someone get a tampon for Dane?
But since based on your critical success and your perception,
someone
you guys...
get a bullet for Plinkett's head?
So, based on your perception, your massive perception, you guys walk past the alley, and as you look past the alleyway, you'll see...
Which alley?
It's just a random alleyway in between two buildings.
It's alleyway
probably right around here. You guys...
It's alleyway 221B.
You look down the alleyway and you'll see a woman and a child, and they're talking. And based on your perception, you'll see that the woman is giving the child an object. This object looks like it's like a gun or something. This child probably is no older than 10 years old. And considering you got 6 successes, which is a critical success, you see the woman do this, but you also hear Spot is kind of also here. I use them as the same thing. So you hear the woman say, "In time, sweetie, in time." And they look at you and notice that you notice them, and they kind of run away.
Mr. Plinkett just waves.
Like, further into the alleyway. Who you waving at? Move along, and they poke you.
I thought I saw your mom.
Alright, roll me a, hold on. Oh, nice.
I'm gonna laugh if we wasted like 40
roll me
minutes.
a brawl.
Oh, shit.
Or grapple, either one. Grapple or brawl, it's up to you.
Okay.
Grapple's under basic, brawl's under trained.
And these are all done through basic attack rolls, not a grapple opposed check?
Oh no, I'm sorry. You're right. This is a grapple opposed check. So I lost my head there for a second. So roll me a grapple opposed check.
It says strength plus bonuses.
Yeah. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna add your strength, which is the number in the orange column up there, and then you're gonna add any bonuses you get for it, which is gonna be your grapple or your brawl, either one. Whatever that number is in that. So you're going to add those together, and that's going to be your total.
That number plus that number. 3, carry the 3. Okay.
Normally it's just your strength, but this is a...
And then I just click submit?
This is a special sister weapon. Okay, so he goes to take his gun and put it around your neck to choke him, but you can like duck out of the way and maneuver around it if you wish.
Okay.
Basically, you destroyed his check, so you can describe what happens at this point.
Okay, as he goes to like grapple me, Mr. Plinkett looks down. He's like, "Oh shit, my shoe's untied," and he just like bends down to like tie his shoe.
And the guy looks like an idiot. Like he's like, "Huh!" And you're like, "Oh, my shoe!" And you like die, and he's like, "Huh!" And he's like, "Whoa!" And he like loses his balance a little bit, and just looks like a complete idiot.
I finished tying my shoe. I'm like, "Sorry, did you need something?"
And he's like, "Ugh." So now he's kind of in an angered state, and he looks like he's gonna bash you in the head, but he stops himself, and he's like, "No." One of the other guys are like, "No. He needs to see the boss first." And he does not attempt to bash your head in. And you guys proceed
Mr.
forward.
Plinkett. Yeah, I just stare at him for a second and then just keep going.
So eventually you guys will get to the boss unless anybody else wants to do anything. It's actually this building right here. I know you guys were kind of going in a weird path, but it's this building right here, biggest building. And you guys go through the doors, and it looks like what you would expect. It kind of looks like the Lincoln Memorial in D.C., but enclosed. It's kind of like pillars. It kind of what you would expect a throne room would look like.
So what you're saying is we're dealing with a guy with a gigantic ego.
Well, here's what it looks like.
Translation, we're dealing with Dimian right now.
I don't
So
know
you guys
who
are
that
here.
is.
Alex isn't in this session, so we'll get rid of him. So you guys are in this throne room, and sitting on this throne is a guy in a cowboy hat. And there is a horse.
Rick Grimes?
Nope, there is a horse standing next to him.
All horse from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Nope, this all makes sense. And they poke you in there, and then they shut the doors behind you. So it's just four of you, and then this guy, and then a few mukes.
What's a muke?
Thugs, bad guys.
Oh, okay.
Someone you could basically just flick in the forehead and he would die.
So Boba
Guys
Fett.
with guns that could hurt badly. So, how do you guys
Mr.
approach?
Plinkett nudges.
I'm going to tell you right now, Jared is not going to be the first one to move forward.
Mr. Plinkett looks around and nobody seems to make a motion, and so he takes a step forward, like, hi, hello, cowboy guy.
Step forward, son. I'd like to see you up close. And he sounds kind of badass when he talks. I can't do the voice, but
Mr. Plinkett goes, son, and then he just kind of walks forward.
like, oh, you'll see.
Jared, I think the word son would make sense if it was maybe me, but I'm pretty sure Plinkett's older than this guy.
Nope, he's not.
Probably.
I guarantee that.
He's in his 80s.
Okay. How close does Plinkett get before he tells you
Okay,
to stop?
you'll see him there. You guys will eventually all see him. You see none other than Mr. Chuck Norris himself.
Oh my god!
He's pretty close to the age of Chuck Norris.
He's in
Yeah.
his 70s, actually. He was born in 1940.
Yeah, well, my character's born in 1950, so...
Why is Chuck Norris working with assholes?
He's actually... Chuck Norris is from the country right next to this one. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
That
It's
doesn't
the nigga
answer my
Chuck Norris.
question.
Well, that's a good question to ask in-game. I can't answer that.
Okay,
out of
now,
game.
can I ask a question? Is this, like, actually Chuck Norris? Like, actor
It is
Chuck
actually Chuck Norris.
Why?
In the
Is
flesh.
Mr.
I met Chuck
is
Norris.
soon-
He's a nice guy.
He
Norris?
is,
As
yeah,
soon
he says,
as...
come on, he says, come son, and he seems to like be super nice.
As soon as Mr. Plinkett, being the movie reviewer that he is, sees Chuck Norris, he goes, "Holy fucking shit, is that Chuck Norris?"
He's like, he stands up and he kind of gives you this like, this comical bow, and he says, "In the flesh." I
Mr.
can't do his
Plinkett
damn
goes,
voice.
"Oh man, I loved your catchphrases. Do you feel lucky, punk?" And then,
That's not one of my catchphrases.
"I'm just giving you shit," and he throws like a wink or like a high five or something towards him.
He's like, "Oh, the rest of you, come in, come in. No need to be afraid. The Walker Texas Ranger, after all."
Jared, you are killing one of my favorite actors.
I love Chuck Norris. What are you talking about? He's the man.
You're making him seem lame.
He's not lame. He's nice. What do you mean he's lame? He's the leader of this fucking country. It's like a fucking fortress here. Just
So what's going on,
voice
Chucky?
act. But yeah, he's like, come on, come. I'd like to see you guys face to face. Got a lot to talk about. Again, he's got thugs here, so he's not concerned. Hey, don't move me. Jared's
What else
freaking
is-
out. He's like, "Oh my gosh, that's Chuck Norris, man! He fucking fought Bruce Lee." So,
What?
I think you fell asleep.
No, I'm awake.
You haven't said anything.
I'm hearing and observing.
Well, you're supposed to walk forward, so maybe do that.
yeah, so he
Oh,
kind of
sorry.
he like takes
Sorry,
off
the
his
picture was still.
he takes off his hat in a respectful manner, and he says, "Ma'am," as he sees you.
Hey, and she kind of like Christy kind of like leans over to like Dane and Day. She's just like, is this the Terminator guy?
No.
He laughs.
Mr. Plinkett just like in the corners, like, "I'll be back," just like.
He's Walker, Texas Ranger, and in one odd case, a spirit of a man who died who can turn into an owl.
Dude, it's Boba Fett.
One of the guys like, "Show some respect for the boss," and then Mr. Norris is like, "Settle down now. There's no need for that." So, what's your story, fellas? What brings you here? I must off the bat apologize for the hostileness that you probably received coming in here. You just need to understand that most people that come through here are raiders or people looking to cause trouble. You guys seem like a good bunch. Trustworthy bunch.
Zombies
They
love
I'll
us here.
follow you because you are Chuck Norris.
I don't want to be that guy, but I tried to offer one of your lackeys some booze, and he ripped it out of my hands and drank the whole thing. So if I could get
I'm
that,
gonna
like,
be honest, this is probably
Build.
the best twist ever.
if I could get that like
You'll-
refilled or something,
You'll
like,
be
that'd cool.
compensated, my friend. Don't worry.
Ah, God, I love it. Sweet.
Mr. Norris, how did you do all this?
He says,
Barry?
"Oh, how rude of me. This is my horse, Horse Norris," and and he's like pets his horse, and it's got a cowboy hat on too.
Oh my
No,
god.
it
tell by
doesn't. It
its
doesn't. Just kidding.
No, it needs a
Yeah, it has a
cowboy hat.
cowboy. It has a cowboy hat on. No, and the horse seems to like respond as if they have this like bond, and kind of like he was on Walker, Texas Ranger with a horse or something. I don't know, but anyways, he says, so all we need to determine is whether you guys are a threat or not. It shouldn't be too difficult, and if you're not, you can be on your way, and we'll give you your things, and and
I don't mean to be that guy, but you have me, who's fat. You have Christy, who's a little girl. You have Dane, who's fat, and you have Jared, who's fat. So I don't think we're really much of a...
I think that Jared is a sexy bitch, just so you know. No.
That's very
No, he's a fat-ass piece
Norris.
of shit. I actually just want to kill him right now. Just because of how fat he is. No, I'm just kidding. So,
if I'm being completely honest, we were actually just trying to get through. We really didn't mean to step on anybody's Cheerios.
Yeah, we think our base camp got exploded, so we were just trying to.
Where exactly is your base camp at?
You know that mushroom cloud that appeared probably about 2 hours ago?
It's probably there, or not.
No one can prove that
looks
it was
over at one of the
mine.
mukes, and the muke just shrugs, and he's like, I don't know about that.
Really? It was a huge mushroom cloud. You didn't notice it?
I don't know about it yet.
Well, ask maybe someone who was watching in that direction.
I sure will.
So we're actually running from something.
What's that?
The best way I could describe it is zombie on steroids.
I've seen quite a few of those, but you're going to be more specific.
Big, really tall, maybe 8 or 9 foot, glowing red eyes.
You see his facial expression turn from a kind of a happy, cheery, greeting face to a very serious, right when Walker, Texas Ranger's about to kick the shit out of a guy face.
Guys, I think I just ticked off Chuck
Norris.
No,
he's like, where at did you see it? How far away? He seems to have this very serious demeanor about him now.
Jared, out-of-game Dane does not remember the address where we were.
It's like, I don't know, maybe 5 miles to the east. If maybe,
Mr. Norris, it was at insert address here.
Yeah, well, there wasn't an address, I don't think.
In Town A.
Yeah.
Near Pharmacy L.
He's like, oh, shit. He looks at one of the guys and he's like, sound the alarms. It's only a matter of time before it gets here. We need to be on alert. And you see two of the guys at the end run out of the doors. And it's like, you've done us a mighty fine service here. These things are dangerous. He's like, allow me to explain to you what it probably is that you saw.
I have mine.
It says, these are the blood pathogen. He says it right. I can't say it right. He says we call them the Shadow Bloods, or the Night Stalkers. They exist in the shadows. You probably saw it in, I don't know, maybe a forest or maybe at nighttime, I assume.
We actually saw it outside of a CVS.
He's not wrong.
Were there woods nearby or something that it?
Yes, it was standing in the middle of the woods. Then it was standing in the middle of the road.
Then it was throwing fucking zombies at our car.
Actually, by that thought, there might have been 2 of them.
Well, I must say I'm impressed that you guys lived to make it here. But I can assure you, it is probably tracking you, and you being here has led it to us.
Does that mean we have to die?
Probably.
No, I'm not cruel.
Also, do you know anything about blood that can move?
Forgot about that.
Yes,
I'm the only one who noticed it. All of you said I was drunk off my ass.
To be fair, he was really fucking drunk.
You
I wasn't. I don't drink or do drugs.
Your name, sir? He looks at you, Plasmus.
My name's... I'm sorry. I'm busy staring at Mr. Plinkett like he's the worst person in the world.
His name's Dane, says Jared.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember me, but you once visited Florida about 5 years ago and I shoved your hand.
Yeah, I remember that.
Holy crap! You just see me fall over.
No, he's like Dane. May I call you Dane?
Yes.
Dane, can I call you the name that I just called you?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you want Mr. something. I don't know. Okay, I'm trying my best. Here,
No.
okay?
Consider this the biggest thing that's happened to me in 18 years of being called first name basis by Chuck Norris.
He says, so you understand how the zombie spread, or how the virus spreads, right? So a zombie bites you, or you die, and the virus is there, and it spreads accordingly, and you become a zombie. Well, imagine a creature who can create its own version of said virus and spread it accordingly, and thus transfer itself. That is what we are dealing with.
Okay, so how do we kill it?
Well, that's yet to be determined. We don't. I don't know anyone who's ever killed one before.
How do you guys even deal with them?
Well, we'll deal with it.
But how?
The best we can.
But how?
With a lot of firepower.
But how?
Sir, how is it
Does
that
it just get really annoyed when you shoot at it?
Mr. Norris.
Is it just one of those things where the script comes in and then, like, they just leave because the script said so? I mean, I'm just trying to understand. I mean, if you shoot at the thing for a while, does it just leave because it's upset?
Well, it can
doesn't know yet.
It can handle firepower, but everything has a weakness. We just have to find it and exploit it.
Okay, but you have to find the weakness. But if you haven't found it, then how have they left? Where did they go?
Well, what do you suggest, sir?
I'm just asking what you've done in the past. I mean, clearly you have some sort of experience with this thing.
We've only ran into this thing on maybe 2 or 3 occasions.
Okay, so why did it leave? What did you do? Did you just lead it away with a trail of pizzas? Like,
no,
I don't understand.
It destroyed everybody except for maybe 1 or 2 people who were able to run away from it.
So is that your plan? Is just let it destroy everybody now? Like,
no, my plan is to protect my people.
But how?
As best I can.
I'm done.
Can I at least get my blade back?
You'll get your blade back, but it won't do you any good.
Well, it's okay. I'll just do it as best as I can.
Dear God, someone shoot him.
I'm not trying to give you a hard time, Chuck Norris. I'm sorry.
What is it that you're trying to do, Mr.
I'll plink it.
What is it that you are trying to do, Mr. Plinkett?
I'm just trying to understand.
Badly review movies.
Understand this. This thing will rip you apart before you even know it's coming if you're not ready.
That sounds hot.
If you have any ideas, I'm all ears.
Has anyone come up with any theories as to what their weaknesses are?
Unfortunately, no.
Have you tried fire?
This is probably a really stupid idea, but I mean, the things seem to be following us, so if you just give us our car back and some supplies for the road, we'll just leave. Maybe lead it away from your town.
Actually, I don't trust our car.
Maybe a better car, then?
So...
It's not so much that it's a bad car, it's... Do you know anything about moving blood?
I thought we already talked about that.
No, I'm like, is that what he was talking about, or was he talking about the original thing? Because I got confused because Plinkett wouldn't shut the hell up.
I was just asking.
This thing has a way of manipulating the virus to its own accord.
Oh.
Well, so like blood.
Again, the information we have gained is fragmented because most of the people don't return from an encounter, so...
Well, like I said, I mean, I like you, Chucky, so I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
Please
so
call
maybe...
me Chuck.
Okay, thanks, Charles.
So I think Mr. Norris and I are on an agreement.
His boot is pretty lethal, just so you know. I took the time to make his character sheet.
He's gonna punch you with the third fist.
I'm just trying to be helpful. The thing followed us here. If we leave, then it might also leave. Just trying to be helpful. So all we're gonna need is a nice new car, some pizza rolls, and all of our stuff back.
You can have all of your stuff back. So, however, you said you would leave this town undistracted, right?
Yeah. Well,
Are
I mean,
you
I'll
willing to
try.
drive back in the direction and divert it another way?
Sure. Is there anything you can help us, like resources or anything, to try to break up the survivability? Because, I mean, if these things are as nasty as you say they are, we'll probably get fucking raped as soon as we leave this gate. So.
Yeah. So I don't really know what I could give you. I can
mean,
give
do you have
all of the
supplies?
things that you
Like,
came here with.
do you have supplies? Do you have a nice car? Do you have a stick of dynamite? Do you have some LSD? I mean, anything? Like,
We have all of those things, but I just met you. I don't know if I want to just.
well,
give you
I
a
mean, I
stick
can
of
just sit here on the
dynamite.
floor and let him fucking kill everybody in your town if that's what you prefer.
Oh yes, threaten Chuck Norris.
I'm just saying.
You know,
we're
Mr.
making a pretty big sacrifice here on behalf of Chucky Norris. So, maybe a little bit of reciprocation on his part would be a little appreciated.
Well, but I don't even know if you're making a sacrifice. For all I know, you could just drive in a different direction and not do anything and drive away with all of the things I've given you.
Listen,
Do you think
what do you
we
need
should
from
work
me
together?
to prove that I'm
and-
not going to do that?
I don't know. So far, your attitude has kind of discouraged me a bit.
Listen, I'm not a saint, but I am trying to help.
You were saying, Miss...
Well, I was gonna say we could probably join forces, make some kind of caravan or something, and try to work together to try to figure out how to stop it.
I agree. We've got a lot
That
of
way-
firepower here.
That way, you can have your people, be in control of your own resources.
I don't want to
And-
be that guy, but didn't he just say that it's pretty much immune to bullets? Like, I feel like if we just stay here, we're just waiting for it to barrel through us like a fucking bowling
No,
ball.
I mean, like, make a
people have shot it
caravan.
with their handguns and whatnot. Yes, it's been able to withstand it, but we've got a
We can
lot
make
of
a-
firepower here.
Yeah, but
we
how
can
do you
make
know
a-
that's going to help? I mean, these things are fucking crazy. I mean,
What
you
else
could
are we
sit
gonna
there-
do?
We can make a trap.
maybe let us lead it away from you, so that way.
How
you
about a
don't-
better idea? Why don't we make a trap? Dynamite? Do we got that? Can we make it? How smart are these things?
We don't know.
Listen, this is a
Hold on.
democracy, so you guys, whatever mass vote rules, I think this is
It's
a
a
terrible fucking idea, though. If I'm being honest.
Did he just say it was a democracy?
No, I
I'm-
said fucking kill yourself, Dane. Shut up.
You guys have some
My character just really doesn't like.
some issues you need to work out, but I don't know if I'm just willing to give away all of my, well, any of my stuff to people I've just met who I don't even know whether I can trust or not.
Okay, well, you know where I stand. You guys handle this however you want.
I'm Chuck Norris, goddammit.
Mr. Plinkett actually takes
in the
a
face.
step back when he said that. Oh shit! Did the call drop for everybody?
No?
It just got unusually quiet after that.
Oh, I think,
No, Plasmus has been dropping in and out this whole
Oh, okay. That's probably
this
what
whole
happened.
time. But he dropped out and then no audio came through, so I was
Oh,
curious
weird.
if everybody dropped or if it was just me.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
He'll be back.
Okay,
He's
well,
dropped
Well,
so he says, if you agree to take one of my men with you, perhaps we can work out a deal.
okay. Sure. That
I mean, are
sounds
we
good.
supposed to drop him off or take him forever?
Just, well, he knows how to get back. Just until you've diverted the attention of this thing, and when you've diverted it and gotten out of its way, you can make your way back here and drop him off.
I mean, these things seem to be pretty good at tracking. What if we can't get away from it? Or what if we think we got away from it, drop off your guy walks back, and then it follows him?
Well, my question is if you're so brave as to lead this thing away, why are you not afraid that it won't track you?
Well, because at this point it's following us no matter what. So either it's followed us to this point, so it's either going to follow us in here and kill everything, or we can keep moving.
Or you're going to take everything you got, leave this place, and then watch it destroy this place and go scot-free. You can see my predicament here.
Maybe, but it's clearly had a lot of interest in us. I don't know why that would just change all of a sudden.
Well, it probably has an interest in you because you came upon it.
Maybe. Listen, you seem to know more about it than I do. I'm just throwing out my 2 cents.
All
here.
I know all I know is what my those who have encountered it have told me, and it's not much. Most of them are panicked and distraught, and they don't have much to offer.
I mean, what other options do we have? We can either stay here and try to fight it, and we don't know that that's going to work.
Roll me a diplomacy. Let me look at the.
It's a basic roll.
Ask command, or coax plea, whatever one you feel is you're trying to do.
I guarantee I'm going to fail this, but I'll do it. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Okay. Well, he didn't do so hot either. You guys are pretty much just stalemate because he got -2 as well.
There you go.
He says, how far behind was it from you? When was the last you saw it?
GM, when was the last time we saw it?
I don't know, it was like maybe a day ago.
Like maybe a day ago.
That sounds about right. No. He's like, very well. Whatever you need, go to the armory and ask them, and they'll give it to you. He says, I'm trusting you here. Don't let me down. If you abandon us and leave us to ruin, I'm Chuck Norris. I'll find you.
Oh, snap.
Well, should we? Here's an idea. Then should we wait for it to show up and then leave to see if it follows, and then if we drive past it and it keeps making its way towards the gate, then we'll just turn around, or should we just leave now and see what happens?
I don't want it anywhere near this place. I feel like it'll be drawn to the people here. It needs to be taken away before it even knows this place exists.
Okay, so let's say we leave, we take your stuff. I mean, how far do we go before we turn around so you don't think we abandoned you to die?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Out
of game, I didn't hear you, sorry.
No, I was just saying if we leave now, like, and we don't see it, for how long do we not have to see it before we turn around and come back so Chuck Norris doesn't think we left him to die?
What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to retrace your steps and find it and draw it away.
Okay, and let's say we can't.
Then come back here and we'll work on a plan B. I don't know. Again, we're in the same boat here. I don't really know what the best.
Listen, I don't like to get on a lot of people's bad sides, but you're definitely one of the people that I really don't want to get on the bad side of. So just tell me what you want, and I'll do it.
I want you to go back the way you came here, to the place where you last saw it, and be looking out for it. And as soon as you see it, take it in the opposite direction from here. If you do not see it, drive back here, and we'll go from there.
You got it, Charles. He offers a high five.
He'll high five you back.
Okay, cool.
No.
Chuck Norris isn't one to leave someone hanging.
Nice.
He says, as you guys are leaving, he says, please don't let me down. It seems very sincere.
Mr. Plinkett kind of steps in close and says, "Don't worry, Chuck. We got this."
if you should get rid of this thing and track it away and make your way back here, I'll see to it that you are rewarded for your services. In fact, I'll send out... He says, in fact, take this, and he pulls out this walkie-talkie, and he throws it to you. And he says, set it to channel 9 at at 9 a.m. every Thursday morning. And he says,
Can I also get a calendar? Because I have no idea what the day is right now.
Well, he just says, just wing it as best you can, and we'll communicate to you, and if we can get a scout out to you to help you after all this is over, and you successfully do this, we'll be sure to reward you accordingly.
We appreciate it. Sorry for bringing it here. We just trying to get through, you know.
Well, you didn't know what you were dealing with. No harm done. Yet.
He's like, no harm done, and then it just like does that zoom into his eyes, and it looks towards the camera.
Yet.